notes and whatnot, I was writing lyrics. I sort of knew I wanted to be a musician, an artist. You know what I mean? So even by the time I was blowing up, I already knew. I just needed it to be verified, if you know what I mean. I wanted it to be grand. So it was, what? This thing is still, it is growing bigger. Okay, let's see how far it goes, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's paying bills now.
I'm sure your parent does not like to hear that right now.
Yeah.
But what would you say, especially to the younger ones? I would like to believe now that we've got social media, we've got much wider access to a bunch of rappers, not just within Zambia, but even outside. So what would you say to them, seeing you've now written your grade 12 exams, you believe that music is something you want to do? What is the best way of at least going within that direction?
Go to school. Get an education. Grade 12 is not enough. Talent alone is not enough. You need the brains. This music business, no wonder it's called the music business. It's still a business. Whatever you do, you need to have some academic acumen to it. So like, when I say go to school, I'm just saying, study something, anything to fall back on, first of all. But secondly, that shouldn't be a plan. You shouldn't have a plan B if you're going into music. For me, there was no plan. No. I don't believe in plan B. If you're going into some, go hard or go home.
I thought you said you believe in plan C and D.
No. So everything I'll try is a plan A. If this fails, I'm not trying plan B. I'll start another A.
Okay.
If I'm going to try out music, so going to music knowing it's going to work out. But you must also study something. And I would advise, do IT if you want to be a producer, or study production. It's anything, business, accounts, just so you watch your own numbers. No one should steal from you. Things like that. I struggle with my numbers. When royalties come in, I need to send them to my accountant. Now imagine if he's stealing from me. How would I know? Because it's a long sheet of small, tiny numbers that I can't sit there and start to study. So my point is, you can still do music while having an education.
And so now looking at from when you started and you took music like really seriously and said, this is the business and I'm going to learn the money side of it, but also the musicality, the creative end of it. Exactly. What biggest change have you seen from then till now? Where you say this is a good improvement. It can get better, but I'm glad it's there now. Yeah,
so there's firstly, small things like business language. When you walk in a boardroom, before when I was sorry, I'm using street language. When I was when I was younger, walking in a boardroom, I'd go in as a rapper, wanting to be cocky, big-headed. Negotiations were really, really based on how I feel that morning, my emotions, basically. I wasn't a businessman. Still learning. Let me not claim to be the hardest businessman
that ever lived.
Still learning, very far from being Elon Musk. But it's small things like business language. Also just decision making. Your decision making on certain moves is it's well thought out. It needs to be. Should I take 60K or should I, for a one-off 60K, or should I take 10 kwacha for the rest of my life? Deals like that. Things like that. Should I get stake or rather just get paid a hefty amount one-off? So it's small things like that. And also just, study how other people, read books. Study how other businessmen moved. Michael Jordan doesn't have to be an artist. The Jay-Z's, the Warren Buffetts, the 50 Cents. Study how other successful entertainers or sportsmen or athletes or whatever moved. You learn something from that. So a lot of change. I mean, it's showing, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And speaking of change, you just didn't stay as a rapper. You actually went into becoming a record producer, but also you've got brand deals outside of music. Yeah. When did you realize that I can't be one track? I need to expand?
From the jump. I never wanted to be a rapper. Actually, I still hate being called a rapper. I'd rather be called an artist.
Okay.
An entertainer.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because then you box me. You box me into one thing. And let's be honest about this. People judge rap music. There's still people that judge. Oh, it's a rapper. how old are you again? You know what I mean? So it's hard to get some things done when they hear rapper. Or there's just, deals that come and say, oh, we want an artist, an influential one, your name comes in. What sort of music does he make? It's rap music. We were thinking of going with... So I like to be an all-round entertainer because I hold a bunch of artists under my wing. I, executive produce a lot of albums. I'm more than just a rapper. I'm an entertainer. I'm a creative, rather. You know what I mean? I create. I've brainstormed and come up with huge campaigns in this country that most people don't know. So, it's, what was the question again?
When did you realize that you didn't
want to be... When did I realize? From the jump, from the start. I knew I wanted to be an all-rounder.
And you have mentioned that you've got artists underneath you, and we have heard the horror stories within the music industry whereby if you're a new artist, everybody wants to get you on their song for a feature, and then afterwards, when you're funny no longer, new and shiny, they discard you. Have you seen the same within the artists that you've got as well, that are under you?
Well, don't do it. If you know that's what happens, why are you doing it?
Because again, it's the thing of, it's symbiotic. You get numbers, I get numbers
so there's a balance to everything. Balance it.
So now how do you know when to balance here?
So that's where we come in. I'm not much of an executive, like one of those execs, label execs. I like to think of myself as a mentor, like somebody that will groom a young artist. And that's based on my mistakes that I've made in the past. Nothing to do with, I know it all. I've read the most books. No. It's basically based off my mistakes. Don't do that. I made that mistake. Go this route. Take this route. Times have changed. Do this way. You know what I mean? So that's where people come in. I think for every business or for anything you want, you need a mentor. You need guidance. We all do. I still go and sit down with my mentor to discuss lots of issues. So that's where guidance comes in. Okay, I think you should take this feature and not that one. But as a young artist, you'll be like, why? It's so they're so big, they're huge, like it would work for me. Like, yes, it will work for you, but then your next feature will sound like, it's like dopamine effect. You drink coffee and then you do I don't know if I'm allowed to.
No, please don't. The IBA.
The difference is huge. So you need the balance. Steady growth for me is always the way. Gradual growth.
Okay.
Let it be organic. Yes, you can fake it here and there, but let your growth be real.
Okay, but we've also heard of how, I guess I would like you to confirm that, how certain artists, especially within your caliber, whereby if it's somebody that you don't know, you'd ask them to pay if they'd like to have you feature on their song. But if it's somebody that you've got a relationship with, then it's free.
Definitely.
But then they say, isn't that killing the younger ones who really need that feature more than the one is already established?
I'll tell you what, I probably charge for a feature. If I really wanted to make money off a feature, I'd probably charge like maybe even 30K.
Sure.
I don't make money from my features. That's for you to not get it for free.
Sure.
You can't get it for free.
Is it not riding on the shoulders of giants, though?
It's a Slapdee feature. You're not getting it for free. I've never got a free feature anywhere outside Zambia.
No, man.
Trust me, like there was something I paid for that fee. Maybe I didn't pay for the actual feature, but I paid hefty amounts for other things.
Okay.
So you're not gonna get, and also I'm dropping my if I'm giving everyone my vocals, then I'm messing up my brand. You know what I mean? So I'll do it I'll tell a youngster, and if I like the song, I'll tell you bring 5K, 10K, whatever, man.
But if you can't afford it,
it cannot be free.
Okay.
Like free, never.
Actually do have a caller on the line though, and before we actually take the caller, do remember you can call us up on 0961-690-487 or 0979-192-485. Hello, you're through to Voice of the People. Who are we speaking to today? Unfortunately, we've lost them, but we also do have a couple of messages in the meantime. Do remember you can call us up. That's either on 0955-997-997 or on 0979-192-485 or 0961-690-487, and that's where you can call us up on or send us your messages, just in case network is not working with you today, and that way I'm able to read your message or call you up, or rather pick up your call. So here's a message, and it's from David, who's in Chipata, who says, Mr. Mwila, your speech is untouched by my emotion, and I can't stop to say asante sana. It's me, David, in Chipata.
Thank you, Wachipata.
Wala, asante sana.
Asante.
And another just wants to say good morning, and also Malambo is saying good morning, Waking. Remember, you can send in your messages. That's on 0961 690 487 or 0955 997 997 or 0979 192 485. We are live on Facebook as well, just in case you can't catch us on your radio set, but also on Dstv on Topstar. And once again, I do have in studio with me Slapdee, who is an artist, a creative, and not a rapper because he's multifaceted. And now, looking at your career, what would you be doing if, let's say, in a different dimension, you were not in music? What would be the alternate career that you have?
Before, I'd have probably still been in the entertainment world, but now I'd rather be a farmer.
You'd rather be a farmer, yes. So you'd be Slapdee the farmer.
Not really. Then I wouldn't be
Slapdee. You'd be just the
farmer.
Of course.
Exactly.
Of course. And you're quite known for infusing Zambian flavors into your music. And what's one cultural element I would like to say do you weave in to say it must have this no matter what in each song that you do?
It's not an actual, I'd like to think of it as part of my lyrics. It needs to have typical Zambian slang. Somewhere, somehow, I must infuse typical Zambian slang. So if you look at my music from way back, I always write on the Zambian culture, like the Zambian slang, from Kuichaila. Those are not real, formal, actual words, you know what I mean? They're not, those are words used. Kuichaila, nombanish. Nombanish is not an actual question or phrase. It's nombanish, it's like machi kutumpa. Nombanish, you know what I mean? Yes. Or payawan, you know, I'll take that. You know, so basically, I like to infuse our street culture in most of my songs. Not all of them, but most of them. Yeah.
Okay. And now going into, I would say, what you do also outside of music, we have seen Makitu has entered into the political space, and possibly you'd also like to dip your toe into that. Possibly, why so? Why now?
Why now?
Yes.
Maybe because I'm ready now. What
makes you believe you're ready now? What's changed?
What's changed? It's growth. It's a new year. I'm a new person. I'm an older person. You know, obviously 5 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to make certain decisions that I'm making now. So, yeah. And also just, look, leadership is not about, it's not about me. It's about service. What you should be asking is, are you able to serve? Not why now.
Well, then are you able to serve then?
You know, are you ready to serve? Do you have the time? Do you really want to serve? Or do you just want to look like a boss or a leader? You know, leadership is about service to your community, your people. Lusaka has been good to me. Very, very. Not just Lusaka, Zambia and across. Zambians have been really good to me. Next year, I clocked 20 in the game. And look how, you know, I'm not to blow my own home, relevant I still am. It's all because people allow it, you know, and I'm really grateful. Because people can just choose to say, you know what, for my part, but you know, here we are. So it would be nice to give back. I see it as a service, not as a gimmick or a way of making money. It's not a job. It's a service. Yeah.
But politics is known to be quite a dirty game.
Yeah.
Do you think you're ready for all that it comes with? I mean, there's mudslinging. It's
I don't want to say much. I also dwell much on the politics. Maybe we should have this conversation next year.
Next year?
Yeah.
Okay. We definitely shall. I'll put a pin in that. Do remember, you too can be part of the conversation. You can call us up right now. You can send us your messages. That's on 0955 997 997 or even on 0961 690 487 or on 0979 192 485. And we do have another question that's come in saying, I want to ask for a game, but I'm not sure if at any
For
point.
what?
For a game.
A game.
Yes. And another one is saying, good morning, I'm Davis Slapdee. And he's also saying that you're the greatest. We do have a caller on the line as well. And hello, good morning. You're through to Voice of the People. Who are we speaking to?
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you doing?
This is Jim.
Sorry, can you speak up just a little bit louder? We can barely hear you.
Yeah.
You're What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm John from.
Okay, George, do go ahead. What's your comment or question for Slapdee?
I just wanted.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to.
I think it's network issues.
We can't hear you, unfortunately. Do try calling back. You can maybe try 0961 690 487 or 0955 997 997 or 0979 192 485. And if you're struggling to get a hold of us via phone call, you can still send in a message. I'll read it on air. We've got a couple more messages. And one of them says, hi, good morning to Slapdee and everyone in the production house. My name is Xavier from Livingston. I have a question for him. The thing is that music has been my dream, but I don't know where to start from. I just completed school in November, but I still don't know how to go about it. So I need some advice from you as a music celebrity. And before you actually answer that question, we do have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. You're through to Power FM. Who are we speaking to?
Hi, good morning. Speaking to Stanley.
Stanley, go ahead. What's your question or comment?
Just want to pass my greetings. Your Slap.
Hey, brother.
How's it, big bro?
I'm well. How's the morning?
Yeah, all good. I'm just driving to work. I heard you on the radio. I'm like, yeah, let me support my brother.
Blessed. We thank God you're up. You're good to go. You're good to go for work. So we're grateful for that.
Yeah, up and running, brother. Blessings and light your way. We'll support you all the time, man. I'm just going to back XY forever.
Okay, do remember you can also call us up. That's on 0961 690 487 or 0955 997 997 or on 0979 192 485. So you can go ahead to answer the question for our young man from Livingston.
Okay, he was asking how he goes about the music thing. First of all, we need to know, are you talented? Oh. Yes. No. Shekinah, it's important. I have a lot of people who, a lot of people, you meet somebody in the mall, in a shop, in a supermarket, anyway. My son loves music and he wants to do music, and they'll bring them up to you and then they sing for you or send a demo, and it's horrible.
But isn't there room for improvement? Isn't that a skill somebody can learn?
No. It's not. Talent is talent. It's not something you can build on. You're born with it. You know what I mean? You don't learn how to sing. You can be not a very good singer and improve, but you cannot be a wax singer and improve. If you can't sing, you can't sing. If you can't rap, you can't rap. So that's the first thing. Because I've seen a lot of people, some my age, still struggling in studios trying to make a hit. And that's time lost, Shekinah. You know what I mean? You could have been doing anything else. Now you've got kids and you're still struggling in the studio because music is not easy. And I'll tell you the truth, it's not an easy business, especially for us here in Africa. It's not just. Let me stick to Zambia. You know what I mean? It's costly. It's time. It's everything. So you need to figure out if you're talented first. If you are, doors start opening on their own. I'm telling you. Obviously, you have to push, go up to studios, people will identify you. But also there's things that you need to do. Get on the the apps, the TikToks, the what, These days you can even sing, you can even do demos on TikTok. People will find you, they will look at you, they'll see you. Someone will spot you. Also, it's just, if you can't do that, find yourself in the right places. You can't be in certain areas. You know what they say about the atmosphere, change your environment. Like, be aware of music. Like, a lot of people, I'll use the US for example. A lot of people move to LA, just to go and chase their Hollywood dreams, because that's where everyone is. You're likely to meet an exec, a producer, a whatnot over there. Atlanta, there's places that you can easily get. So those are small, tiny things that you can do to also just reach out. Reach out to these artists. You know what I mean? Just because I charge for a feature doesn't mean
I was about to touch on that.
Yeah, exactly. But look, I've done free features. The song is really nice. And I still do that. It's really, really nice. And you're like, this could actually make... Can I tell you something? Do you know the 4na5 song, Nali Tumba? I actually asked to jump on that song.
Oh, hey.
Yes.
That's nice.
I opened TikTok one morning and I found... And I was like, wow. This is the... And I called my manager, Emmanuel, at the time. I said, Emmanuel, can you get these guys? Tell them I want to jump on the song. I'll shoot the music video out. And we did it. That was too much info, but yeah.
It's giving someone hope.
If it's really good, they pushed themselves. Remember, 4na5 had been pushing for years, way before. And they'd been asking me for feature. I just didn't have the time at some point. Through Emmanuel, because he did mention, when I called him, he's like, oh yeah, and they've been asking for, I forgot to say, they've been asking for you to jump on one of their songs. And I said, this is the one. Let's jump on this one. So it's just time. Sometimes you need also to, maybe God is giving you time to improve. Maybe you're looking for a Slapdee feature when really God is setting you up for a Jay-Z feature. You know what I mean? Something bigger. A Travis Scott. You just never know.
Okay. Do you remember you can call us up right now? That's on 0961-690-487 or on 0955-997-997 or 0979-192-485. Those are the numbers you can call us up on. And we do have another one. It says, I started listening to your music when you made peace with Honorable King Boga, but I see you enjoy beef and it's good that you want to be a farmer. And Slapdee, I have a question for you. Since we want to farming, are you going to be a farmer for soybeans, for sunflower? So he says he sells weed killer, so possibly you can do business in future.
I tried that. Actually, right now, we start planting very soon. Maize, but maize, if you're a farmer, you know that maize is a bit, I mean, it's straightforward, but I'm being careful here not to say the wrong thing.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Exactly, so I'll hold back. Okay. I'm more into livestock farming, and I'm still learning. I say this all the time. I'm 3 years in, I've made my losses. My friends laugh at me, and my other farmer friends, they call that school fees. Atunadi pirama school fees. Like, so there's this joke they always say that when you go into farming, you make a lot of losses. Don't consider them losses. Those are school fees because you're learning.
Oh, okay.
So I've made some losses, huge losses, whether it's land, buying the wrong kind of land, wrong areas. I'm still far from being a grand farmer. So any, huge farmers out there to lead me, Mr. Chisha Foloti has been very helpful, very extremely. Every time we talk, he, advises me on how to move. And,
Okay. We do have another caller. We've just lost them. Once again, do remember you can call us up. That's on 0961-690-487 or on 0955-997-997 or 0979-192-485. Hello, good morning. You're through to the Power Breakfast Show. Who are we speaking to? Hello, can you hear us?
You're speaking to
we can barely hear you. Can you just move a little bit closer to your mouthpiece on your phone?
Oh, okay. Sorry for asking.
Hi, we can't hear you, unfortunately. Maybe try calling us back again. You're breaking up. Do remember that's on 0955 997 997. We do have another caller. Hello, good morning. You're through to the Power Breakfast Show. Who are we speaking to?
Hello.
Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm all right. Dizmo, how are you?
Hello, can you hear us?
Hello. Yeah, I can hear you. How are you, Dizmo?
Hey, hi, Chief.
You okay?
I'm well. Muliche.
It's your motion. Just wanted to appreciate you, man. You're an inspiration to young kids, adults, and everyone. Just wanted to say thank you, man.
Much, man. Asante sana. I appreciate that.
Asante.
It motivates me to, push even harder. Thank you.
Yeah. Don't give up, man.
Okay.
You still have a long way.
Okay, thank you so much for calling. That's once again on either 0955 997 997 or on 0961 690 485. Hello, good morning. You're through to the Power Breakfast Show. Who are we speaking to this morning? Sorry, you said you're who from Kanyama?
How?
Wakanyama, Muliche.
Kanyama. Hello.
Wanji, Muliche, Maukache Buino,
Sakala.
Nice Tauka. Kanetwe karibada, Juwa slim verai.
Okay.
Oma, please do call us back again. Unfortunately, we can't hear you. The network is fighting.
I know. It's a jealous network.
You can send us a message just in case you're trying to get a hold of us, but you're struggling because of the network. That's either on 0961 690 487 or 0955 997 997. Hello, good morning. You're through to the Power Breakfast Show. Who are we speaking to? Hello, can you hear us?
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Mrs. Compound.
Okay, what's your name and what question do you have, or rather, what would you like to say to Slapdee?
I'm Grace Banda.
Sorry?
Grace Banda.
Okay, Grace, go ahead.
Who are you?
Lee? We have lost Grace, but do remember you can call us up. That's once again on 0955 997 997. It seems like that line seems to be more clearer than the other ones, but you can also send us a message either on 0961 690 487 or on 0955 997 997. And now taking a turn at some of your latest music, you've done a song with K. Adams called Abo, and also with Dizmo. Walk us through that. How did that collaboration come about?
We actually recorded a collab. I've recorded a collab album with Dizmo. It's called Legacy. It's out next week. I'll be able to announce the date by probably Monday. It's a beautiful album. I like it because he brings his style. He brings his, the Dizmo. his vibes. And the first two singles that are out are the ones you just mentioned, Abo with K. Adams. There's another one called Asante with Dre's King.
Dre's King. Oh, it's Dre's King. Okay.
Dre's King.
Okay.
Something.
I believe it's Drexin.
Drexin.
Yes. Okay.
I always mess up his name. My bad. You can't blame me. You can't blame. I mess up names. I'm like that. My bad.
But now tell us about this album.
Yeah.
Was it a conversation that then was like, let's go do music right now?
Yes. We actually had a conversation. So how this happened is Dizmo came up to me and it's like, why aren't we doing music together or shows or something? Let's do a song. And he'd been sending me music and I was just like, For a long time, I didn't want to release any music. And then we linked up for, so this one time I was like, let's go eat, shima, chetika jinsim. Went for lunch and had a conversation like, what do you think about doing a collab album, EP or album? It's like, hey, You know what I mean? And we just started. So that was a Friday. And we're like, let's start this weekend. We lock in this weekend, we can be done. And obviously we were lying to ourselves. Who can be done in a weekend? So the weekend, I was busy. I was probably also busy. I was just like, Storium Kachas. Then on Monday he calls me. He's like, well, I've set up. We're waiting for you at the studio. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm like, okay. Now we've agreed, So I'm like, send me location. I'm dragging myself out of bed, shower, whatnot, get there. And it's Mela Beats playing music. One of my favorite producers. First of all, I'm like, wow. Then he plays me a beat rather. First thing is the Case Adams, the Abo beat. And I'm like, let me start writing to this right now. Actually, Dizmo wasn't even there. He'd gone to the gym.
Oh.
Yeah, I only came in like a few hours later. So I wrote my verse because of the beat and everything, the vibes, the what. I did that verse, I think, in 20 minutes. And it's been music after music after music, late nights, and video shoots, promos, interviews, and stuff like that since then. And it's beautiful.
And is there any, I would say not necessarily, I would say great intentionality, but were there any artists that you said I would like to work with and this would be the right project to bring them on? Or is it, this is the song and I think this is the best voice to add?
Originally, I was supposed to do that with J-Rock's, but he had an album coming out. So, by the way, J-Rock's album is out now. Beautiful album, Shekinah, you should listen to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was supposed to do it with J-Rock's. J-Rock's was dropping an album. I wanted to do it with Mike Burner. I don't know why I didn't do it with Mike Burner. Yeah, but
if Mike Burner is listening, where were you?
Oh, no. It's not personal, but yeah. And then it ended up being Dizmo. And it's no love lost. Those are my brothers, so they understand. But also Dizmo has a story similar to mine. He came up from Mississippi. I'm a Matero boy from Chikankata. He lived in Matero for a while, so we share the same story, coming from a Lusaka hood, we understand what it's like. And also just his moves. He moves different. He's very, I know he looks cocky when he's rapping, but he's a very, very humble guy. Also, just the vibes, man. The chemistry is real. You don't want to be in the studio with somebody, shaking egos, rubbing, faking. You can't make real music like that. So based on that, I thought, why not?
And it also does feature others such as Case Adams. We've got Drexine as well.
Exactly.
When it comes to those, was it this one? Let's get this one. I think it's going to kill it when it comes to the song.
Yeah, Gotv is gonna kill me. There's an artist called Gotv. He was supposed to be on Abo.
Yeah.
According to Dizmo.
There are a lot of people now. There's a list that's forming.
Gotv is that's my little brother. That's my young bro right there. He knows. He's on my album. He's on almost all my recent music. But I went with Case Adams. For that particular song. Because I felt like he did justice to it. So yeah, shout out both Gotv, Case Adams. Thank you, love you, my bros.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And now finally, as we get to wrap up this interview, where exactly can we expect to see you in the next 10 years? Are there any plans that you've set in stone saying that by this time, this mark, 2036, 2035, I will be probably doing this? Before you know it, I've got an album with Jay-Z,
Are you asking me to retire indirectly?
No, not to retire, but what are the next milestones? What's next? Because I feel like you've
that's too far. I'll be very honest. I live in the third world, my love. And that's too far to tell.
Really?
Yes.
There's no 20-year plan, 50-year plan? Before you know it...
No. Wait. Do you have one yourself?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, it would be like long-term plans, right? Wow, you guys plan that far?
Yeah, isn't it?
20 years.
10 years, your milestones. And then therefore you build up to
God, I should come and live with you.
But so far from how we've seen...
the most I can do is 5.
Okay, it's 5 years from now then. So 2030.
Shekinah. Let's move to the next one. It might offend some people if I say what I want to do in the next 5 years.
What do you...
No. I'm not bombing any country or anything.
Okay. That was a bit scary, but okay.
No. It's,
okay.
But also that, from what I've learned, some things are best kept to yourself until they happen. You don't want to start sharing stuff online. I want to do this. Then, you know what I mean? It's a personal plan. It's personal for a reason. You keep it and, you don't... you work through it, your visions, goals, you know the deal, until you get there. So some things are best not announced.
Okay. But so far from what you've told us, possibly Farmer Mwila
and more.
And more. Okay.
Much more.
Maybe next we'll see a butchery. Farmer Mwila's
Farmer Mwila's butchery.
Exactly.
And a lot of other things.
Okay, that's fantastic. And now finally, for those music fans, the ones who've loved your music from the beginning till now, but also those who are discovering you, what would you say is the best state of mind to listen to this collabo that you've got with Dizmo from start to finish?
In fact, that's a good question, because when we were creating this album, we were thinking of what kind of music should we make? Should we do a hip-hop album? Or should we just make music? And we decided to go with our hearts. Music is moods. So what moods? There's no one genre that will apply to every mood. You know what I mean? There's no one person that listens to just hip. Even if it's rap music, it will be, a solemn rap song. Or, it's different. It's moods. So for this album, we've targeted different moods. And I was joking with Dizmo the other day. I said, so for this song, because he was asking me to jump on a certain particular song. And I was like, I'm not in the mood to make this kind of music. Also, there's music that you want, so it's all kinds of music on this album. It's soothing music, therapeutic music, it's gym music, it's basically hustle music. You're out there, you're like, today I must conquer, I must carry the day, you know what I mean? I must win today. There's music like that. There's Asante for when you just want to be grateful, grateful for life. And I hear a lot of people saying, no, it's a gospel. It's not a good. We're just being grateful on that song, you know what I mean? Gratitude, because that's number one. It comes first. Once you're grateful, blessings just come raining on you.
Fantastic.
So it's a great album, and I can't wait for everyone to listen to this.
That's amazing. Speaking of blessings and being grateful for life, today is our CEO's birthday.
Yes.
What's your special message to him?
Happy birthday to the only Tonga who can speak Tonga. Can he really speak Tonga?
I would not know. I've not heard him speak Tonga.
Yeah, but on a serious note, Kenny T has been very, very helpful to me personally and to all of us in the entertainment world. He's a legend. He's been doing this for a long time, no pun intended. And also, besides all that, he's a good guy. Entertainment has got the talent, the whatnot. Yeah, you can be all that. But who are you besides that? Kenny T, every time you link up Kenny T, he's so down to earth until you come to Power Media House and you're like, oh my goodness. Or you see his house, or you see, it's like, wow. He's so chill, just, need a day, boy, now wish, I'm like, yo, this guy is calling me a boy. I'm not worthy of that boy, Chief. He's a legend. He's a brother to many of us, so many of us, and so helpful. I don't want to sound like I'm asking for mine. This is just a way of me not sending Katiek and Kuribamda. But happy birthday. We love you, Kenny. May God bless you, give you more years, long life, more blessings, so you bless others. Yeah. Happy birthday, OG. Bless.
Wonderfully said. Thank you so much for joining me today in studio, Slapdee.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely welcome. And I would say the same words to you as well. We love to see what you do in the next coming couple of years. And we are definitely grateful for all that you've done, for pouring your heart into your music. Because you've touched so many people's lives.
Amen.
Even on songs that you felt, I don't think I've given my best, but just what you did there has taken people far.
Thank you, Shekinah. Thank you so much. Thank
Absolutely
you.
welcome.
Thanks for having me. Bless.
Absolutely welcome. This has been Voice of the People. Still coming up is Convos Before Coffee, but also Health Buzz. Still on the Power Breakfast Show.
Voice of the People, Monday to Friday from 8:45 to 8:30 a.m. Great morning conversations start here.
It's easy when you do it like this.
So fresh when you do it like that.
More fun when you do it like this.